What's happening, everyone? This is going to be a tutorial for the first boss in Thymesia, which is a new kind of Souls-like game that's been out over the past week or two. I seen some videos and I was like, damn, this game looks pretty good, and I decided to pick it up, and I'm glad that I did. I'm enjoying it so far. This is the first main boss in the game, and it is a parry boss. In my opinion, that is the best, most effective strategy you can go with. So go into your talent tree and learn Reckless Deflect level 2 and all the predecessor skills with that. If it's telling you that cannot learn this skill or something like that, just unlearn the right hand side of that skill tree and then learn the left hand side. Because I don't think you can have both at the current point in the game. There may be something we can do later on in the game to have all the skills at the same time, basically, to make Corvus even stronger. But learn the left hand side of that skill tree. And then in phase 1 of Odur's boss fight, he's going to have kicks, slashes, and spins. And if he teleports away from you, he's going to start throwing cards at you. You can also parry those too. But basically, in order for us to make our life a whole lot easier for this boss fight, parrying is the best way to get his wound meter up. So when you've parried a few times, and as you can see on screen right now, I've got a huge green bar. So basically the way that this game works is there's the white bar, which we're depleting, and then there's the green bar. So the white bar is the amount of wounds that we are inflicting into Odur, which is exactly like Sekiro's posture meter. And then what we must do is we must use either our saber attack to increase the wound damage, which isn't as effective as our claw, which is our first plague weapon, and then we have the axe as well. So the claw is good for getting quick amounts of wound damage in there when he's stunned or hasn't attacked you yet. If you get a 1 or 2 second window, if you get a longer window, use the axe, but you do have to be a little bit closer. In phase 2, Odur will kind of turn his attacks up to 10 out of 10. He'll have more kicks, he'll be quicker. What he'll do is he'll try get behind you and use the shadows. So when you're dodging left and right, he'll always try and get behind you. So always keep that in mind. What he will also introduce is an attack in which you must feather parry. There's an audio cue for that, and I think it's coming up here in a second. So what I'll do is I'll shut up. So that's the noise you're keeping an eye out for. So when you hear that kind of whoom and the green light appears on him, he is going to basically throw one big card at you and teleport with that card. So if you fail to feather parry that attack with L2 or whatever that is on Xbox, he will get right up in your face and he'll do a lot of damage in a short period of time. So if you've half health, he'll more than likely finish you off there. So I found that to be quite dangerous. And I believe in this boss fight, Odur did that twice, and the second time he did it, I was right up in his face trying to parry him. I think it's just around here, in fact. No, that's his red attack. When you see the red ultimate, you just run. Run away. As you can see, he still kind of staggered me in a bit, but I was able to get up from that before he did anything else. That was his second feather attack, so if you're right up in his face, do be careful with that. So if you're in Odur's face and there's about a quarter of their health left, keep in mind that you may need to do a feather deflect again. That's just 2 claw attacks, we get the death blow and we finish them off. That boss fight for a first boss fight in the game I think is pretty cool. Definitely reminds me of Sekiro with all the parrying. I wouldn't say that this game is a rip-off of like Sekiro or other Souls games. What it has done in terms of plague damage, wound meter, potions, everything like that, I think is quite unique. So I believe that it helps add to the experience. It certainly doesn't take it away. But yeah, that is Odur. So make sure that you have Reckless Deflect level 2 and it will make your life a whole lot easier. And pumping out these kind of Souls-like games, tutorials and stuff like that is definitely reminding me of when I posted all my Elden Ring tutorials, and they did so well on the channel. They were the best videos I ever put out. And yeah, I'm just kind of reminiscing about Elden Ring, and this game is certainly filling the gap between Elden Ring me finishing it there recently enough, and the DLC, which hopefully we get this year, if not the start of next year. Because let's face it, Elden Ring has to get a DLC. They'd be so stupid not to. But let me know in the comments below if you found this useful, and let me know in the comments below what type of DLC you think we're going to get for Elden Ring. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.